Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I haven't posted a video in a little while, and that's because I've been really busy. Been trying to get a new job, been trying to set up new things, and I haven't really had the time to do much. But that's okay because I'm going to continue putting up videos because I actually really enjoy doing this stuff. Plus it's helped me make progress on my truck and on my vehicles and whatnot, which is always a good thing. Now, today we're going to be plasti dipping, and we're going to be plasti dipping the A-pillars for the truck. You can see here it's a beige, and it hasn't been that bad, but with the interior of the truck being kind of a satin black, like a matte black that has a little bit of a shine to it. So, yeah, kind of a satin. It did match, but I always thought it would have been better if it was the same color. So I'm deciding to do that. I'm going to plasti dip all of my A-pillars with all the little tabs and the O handles, so that I hope, let's go over here, so that I hope we can match all of this, because I think that kind of transition where it'll be black here and then black there will look 10 times better than what we have over here, which is, you know, the beige and then the black. Like, it's okay, it's not that bad, but if the black looks a lot better, then I want to go ahead and stick with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and paint these guys. Plasti dipping, it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. The only hard thing about plasti dipping is waiting. Because what you want to do is clean up everything and give it at least 24 hours to dry. And while you are painting it, you want to go ahead and put on like an almost transparent coat at first and let it sit for about 15-30 minutes before you put on the next coat and the next coat and the next coat and so on. It takes a little while. You want to do about 3 to 4 coats on the thing, and you want to give it about 15 to 30 minutes in between each one to give it some time to dry, so that when you do go to peel it off, it's pretty easy and straightforward. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And another thing that also really sucks is I'm really excited to see how these are going to turn out in the truck, because that lets me know if I should go out and get another can of the stuff and do the rest of the beige interior that's inside of the truck. But I won't know exactly how it will look until tomorrow when it's done drying. But I'll go ahead and do a video on that anyways. In fact, I think tomorrow we might just be unloading all this junk in here and putting it back into the scrap piles that it was in. Only reason why it was in there is because my house was getting inspected by the landlord, and I didn't want her to see that I had a scrap pile out in the back, because I didn't know if they would say anything about it. So I just decided to go ahead and load all of it up in the back of the truck to help and hope that they wouldn't say anything. So we're going to go ahead and probably unload that tomorrow and get the back cleaned out and maybe pull apart the rest of the interior. I'm not 100% sure yet, but tomorrow we will see how these A-pillars look with it being the plasti dip matte black. I looked at it, it's a little bit more of a satin and less of a matte, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm hoping it looks pretty good. But we should be bringing in more truck content, so that is always good news. Finally steering away from the bug for a little while, because I'm pretty sure everybody's getting tired of the bug. I mean, that's all I had at the moment. Today's kind of cold and nitpicky, so not necessarily the best conditions to be plasti dipping, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and, you know, get to it. Okay, I wish I have like one of those little spray handle things for the nozzle, but I don't. I tried looking for one at Walmart, but that really sucks. That actually reminds me, you could pick up this exact can of plasti dip over at Walmart for like $5. So that's good. But you know, shake it up for a good minute. You know, really get everything all mixed on up, and you just spray it on. You don't want to put it on thick. Like I said, this is just a transparent coat. I honestly think I'm putting it on a little too thick. Where people really screw up with doing Plasti dip is not being patient with it and not doing it right. It'll still come out fine and, you know, it'll look pretty close to the same, but whenever you go to peel it off, it's not going to want to peel. You know, let's get the little tabs. Alright, and the other handle. I'm gonna have to do the bottom side of the handles, but that's okay. Alright, and now we wait. So, yeah, you gotta wait about like 15-30 minutes. Go ahead and let it dry some, and then you have to come back out and do that all over again. Each coat you're gonna do is gonna be thicker than the last. You just have to constantly do it. It's a repetitive thing. The hardest part about doing Plasti dip is the amount of time it takes and being patient. So, gonna go ahead and wait 15 minutes and then start spraying again. Instead of doing 15 minutes because it's really cold out here, I decided to go ahead and wait 30 minutes on it to let it dry a little bit more before I put on the next coat. I will say though, I really like the way it's turning out. I mean, it already looks really freaking good. Just spackled. I like it. I honestly don't want to finish painting it, but I'm going to anyways. I accidentally went a little too thick with this one, but that is okay. No big deal. So let's go ahead and put on the next coat, and then wait another 30 minutes. At first, whenever I did this, I thought one can might not be enough, but now that I'm looking at it, one can is definitely enough for all this. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do the rest of it off camera and not show all the spray and whatnot because it takes forever. I was having issues with the nozzle constantly clogging up on me, even with me like shaking it every like 2 frickin' seconds. I'm still having issues with it clogging, so that was a headache. Best way to do it is get some mineral spirits, put it in the cap, let it soak. And I actually take my air compressor with this spray nozzle on it to really clean it on out. Thankfully I didn't have to do that too much, but it was really freaking annoying. I love the way everything looks. I had to hang the handles up right here so that I could get, you know, a really nice coat on them. They still need one more coat. These guys on the other hand, I think turned out really well. One thing I really like is that the Plasti dip shrinks so you could see the texture of the plastic that's underneath, which I think is really cool. And in all honesty, I mean, it looks OEM. It looks like it was originally made that way. I mean, you can see this guy right here. I'm trying to, let me get a better one. There we go. You can see it almost looks identical to what's already in the truck. I think it's gonna look really good right there, and you know, over there as well. I'm gonna have, like, after I do this, I really think I'm gonna have to make this black, all these little tiny pieces here black, like everything that's beige in here black, because I don't know, I feel like it's just gonna look way too freaking good, and probably gonna do the exact same thing with the headboard. I don't know, you guys go ahead and let me know what you think. What I'm doing is I've been working on all the free stuff to get everything all finished up. Starting with the cab and obviously moving out to the outside, doing, you know, smaller dollar items while I get funds for the engine over there to get it rebuilt. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spray one more coat of Plasti dip on those handles. Turns out I didn't need the entire can at all. Like, I think there's still half a can left, so that's kind of cool. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping by for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope everybody's having a great day.